Anyway, back to the phones we go here. This is Carly in Asheville, North Carolina. Welcome. Great to have you on the EIB network. Hello.
Hello, Rush. It's a pleasure to talk to you. I'm a Rush baby, and I have to tell you, I'm so frustrated having a friend that graduated from Mizzou. She's an African-American, great girl, but when I see what she posts on Facebook all about this Mizzou, the players, how proud she is of them standing up for what they believe in, even though she can't articulate what it is they're standing up for, and how she had to defriend people who disagreed with her because they were so anti-inclusion and anti-diversity. And it's like I can't even voice my own opinion because it's not what she believes, that I'm called, a racist and non-accepting of other races. And it's so frustrating that my generation is immediately jumping on the defense if you don't believe what they believe.
Hey, wait, one thing, it's not just your generation. It's all liberals, and I'm not exaggerating, and I'm not trying to be funny or mean or caustic. It's true. They're the most intolerant bunch around. It's their way or no way. They're not interested in having a debate in the arena of ideas. They don't think there's qualified opposition, and they don't deign to even entertain it. You either fit in with their small little worldview, or you're automatically the enemy, and you have to be silenced. And whatever it takes to silence you, if it's embarrassment, if it's getting you fired from your job, or whatever it is, they are the most intolerant, and it doesn't matter how old they are. You could have an 85-year-old Jurassic Park professor at Yale, or a 12-year-old student at some high school or junior high school somewhere. They're all the same if they're liberal. And the
irony is they talk about how it's so wrong that they're not about inclusion, yet they won't include us because what we think isn't what they think. And I had to stand up.
Well, congratulations. I'm glad you're figuring this out. This is progress. This is progress. You're figuring it out. You're living it. You're seeing it. Now learn from it and don't forget it. And don't think it's specific to this one friend of yours or exclusive to this one friend of yours. This is precisely why when we get back into the political sphere, this is why I just blanch when I hear Republican candidates, I can work with the opposition. I am the guy who can work with them. I can cross the aisle. They don't want to work with us. They want us not to even be there. They have to be defeated, not cooperated with. What's so hard to understand about this? They're not trying to work with us. The only way they work with us is if we cave on our core beliefs and sign on with them. Other than that, there's no cooperation. There's no working together. There's no bipartisanship. Partisanship is Republicans opposing Democrats. Bipartisanship is Republicans caving on their core beliefs. I don't want to operate under those definitions. That's why I get so frustrated there's no pushback. There's no effort to defeat them, no effort to stop them. And that's what it's going to take. Whether it's on a college campus and just standing up saying, no, you don't get what you want. Grow up. We have a perfectly fine institution here where you have just as fair a shot anything anybody else has on this university. Go back and study. You really want what you want, get educated. That's what we're here to do, and we'll do it. I realize you're under a bit of a penalty because all our professors are stupid liberals, but that's the best we can do. But we're not going to shut down the university, and we're not going to shut down this or that just because you can't handle some things you don't like hearing. Time to grow up. But where does this come from? I mean, this is the way these kids have been raised. They didn't come out of the womb expecting this stuff. They've been raised. They have been cultured. They've been coddled. Parents have wanted to be their friends. I've seen it. I know exactly what's going on here when in the cases where it's happened. And then we've had the self-esteem movement combined with outcome-based education. But the last thing, the one thing that was never going to happen, we weren't going to tolerate it. It wasn't going to be permitted. Our young people were not going to suffer humiliation. If that meant shielding them from the fact that there were people who were more talented than them, screw it. What we'll do is we'll make sure the more talented are penalized. We'll make sure the smarter are penalized, but we're not going to humiliate our young people. And we're going to instill in them self-esteem. How are we going to do that? No matter what they do, we're going to tell them they're great. If they think 2 + 2 is 5, it is, until they figure out it's 4. But we're not going to tell them. They might not be able to handle the fact that they're wrong. We're going to applaud them. Little Johnny, you're so good. If they cuss out an umpire at a Little League, little Johnny, you're such a wonderful little boy standing up for yourself. That evil umpire obviously didn't know what he was talking about. Right, Mom, right, Mom. And I also told him something else, something that you always tell Dad to do. Well, little Johnny, you don't want to go quite that far, but, well, I did, Dad, I did, Mom, and you applauded me. Self-esteem. Little Johnny, little Mary, perfect little angels, so forth. I don't know where that started. Then you've got Conflict Resolution 101. You throw all this stuff in with the multicultural curriculum you get in public school. And what you end up with is exactly what we see here at the University of Missouri. And at every other college campus, they've lied about rapes, where they have lied about this predatory male culture all over the place. Look at all the hoaxes. Look at all the abject lies the left is telling in order to do what? Advance its political agenda. That's what all this is about. Anyhow, again, up against it here, the programming format. Must take a brief obscene profit break. Back with more after this.